Since the EPA tried to ban asbestos in 1989, more than 1 million Americans have died from preventable asbestos-caused diseases like Alan Reinstein, Warren Zevon, Steve McQueen, and countless others.
It was natural that the scientists would turn to asbestos, for this is a remarkable mineral. Actually stone, it is made up of tiny but extremely strong and flexible fibers.
Every year, 40,000 Americans die of preventable asbestos-caused diseases. Yet, the EPA continues to allow imports and use to continue.
The manufacturers knew the danger. This factory inspector's report was the first warning sign. That was in 1898. By 1931, the link with disease was so clear, the British government passed its first asbestos regulation.
The asbestos issue is not a thing of the past. It continues to this day.
And asbestos is not causing one disease, mesothelioma. It causes many diseases.
It is clear all forms of asbestos can cause cancer or respiratory diseases, yet it remains legal and lethal in the U.S. today.
The recent discovery of asbestos in makeup at Claire's Accessories, a store that caters to children and teenagers, was a stark reminder to parents and families that this danger continues to lurk in common products.
The EPA should also investigate the imports of asbestos products.
The EPA is not on track to ban asbestos.
For the fifth time, I'm testifying on behalf of ADAO, but also your constituents who suffer from or have been silenced by asbestos-caused diseases.
It's been 30 years since EPA finalized that ban, and it's been 28 years since that ban was struck down in court.
The system was so complex, it was so burdensome, that our country hasn't even been able to uphold a ban on asbestos.
There are safer substitutes. More than 60 other countries have banned asbestos, and they are economically thriving.
The owners of big asbestos also had important positions in the government at that time. They were in charge of deregulation.
A lot of people think asbestos, a lot of people in my industry think asbestos is the greatest fireproofing material ever made.
Russia designed a logo touting President Trump's support, saying, approved by Donald Trump, 45th President of the United States.
In New York City, we have a lot of asbestos buildings, and there's a whole debate about asbestos. I mean, a lot of people could say that if the World Trade Center had asbestos, it wouldn't have burned down, it wouldn't have melted, okay? Behind me, a filled room of 9/11 first responders, and in front of me, a nearly empty Congress. They responded in 5 seconds. They did their jobs. Courage, grace, tenacity, humility.
It's way past time for us to catch up with the rest of the world and ban asbestos altogether to protect American lives.
It's important the EPA finally do their job and ban asbestos now without loopholes or exemptions. Stand up to industry and say, no, it's enough. Ban asbestos now.